We gonna come on strong. Woo. Yeah. Another good episode headed your way. You know how we do it, man, here at the Apex Podcast. You get you some good conversation, something that might feed your soul. I hope you're hungry, because this one coming from the bottom of the map, you understand? Coming from the boot. Yeah. Man, I'm excited about this one. I don't know if y'all understand how excited I am about this one. This one. I just had to cut the music off dead. I don't even want to hear it no more. I just want to get to this one. So, speaking of art, you got to know more artists, and you got to know where the art comes from, and you got to know how people get inspired. And so, I'm excited today about bringing my brother on. You know, this is a young, talented individual that when I see his work, I'll be like, man, that reminds me of a young me right there with the hands. You know, so I'm not even going to talk much about it. I'm gonna just get into this natural conversation with him, because it's something that me and him talk about. We talk about a lot of things, and we always talk about growth and art and development and stuff like that. So I'm going to just bring my brother D-Nick in. D-Nick exclusive. You know how we do it, man. We always got to give the people what they want, and that's a hand clap. I wish I had I wish I had the Juvenile Nova clap. You understand? But I ain't got it.
It's all good, man. It's all love, dog.
So for y'all that don't know, this is my guy. He always, when we on the road together, he always find himself sleep. I don't know how he do it, but he find himself sleep. And I'll be like, bruh, how you sleeping? And he like, man, I just go to sleep. And I'm like, that's crazy. But so this is my brother D, Nick. And he is a hell of an artist, and not just with clippers, but with the paintbrush as well. I don't know, for everybody watching on YouTube, you can see that painting right there. That's a D-Nick's exclusive right there.
We gotta get my homie a better light. See, we gotta switch sides on this one, dog.
Yeah, you see it. You know what? I'm gonna raise it up for him one time so they can see that. You know, it's just so exclusive and so big. It don't even fit in the frame.
You already know, man. We gotta do big things around here. Big things, bro.
Speaking of big things, brother, so D is from New Orleans. So if you guys can't hear it in his voice, he is from New Orleans. He is a hell of a young man that got so much talent, and I'm proud to say I know the dude, like, honestly. And for me, it's it's special, because when I went to New Orleans for the first time, he looked out for me. He picked me up, rode me around the city, showed me some stuff, but we gonna get into the other story about the other story in a little bit. But D, man, thank you for coming on to the Apex Podcast, brother.
Man, that's all up. No question, man. It's long overdue, man. First of all, I want to say congratulations to you on your new, passion, your new purpose, getting the real deep information from barbers and, Cosmo people in this hair industry, man. So applaud to you for making this happen, bro. It's nice, bro. I know where you started from, so.
Yeah, sleeping on that flow when we was, hey, when we really say we was grinding it out to sleeping on the floors and the couches, like most people don't know that. Like we actually done.
But see, that's what I'm saying, though, bro. We work hard, though. So why you expect me to sleep, get my good rest in? You know what I mean? When we wake up, we fully working. We ain't no stopping it. Like once that clock running, we keep going.
Bro, we done slept on the same couch, sitting up next to each other.
Right. Facts. Facts, bro.
Yeah, bro. So, man, let's get into it, man. Tell the people, I already told them you from New Orleans, bro, but give them a little more story about who D-Nick exclusive is and kind of like the story, because I'm gonna dive into it. So I want you to tell them who you are and where you from, and kind of give them a little back history on you.
First of all, my name is Dominick Desdunes. If y'all didn't know, Desdunes is it's a Haitian background. So, somewhere my ancestors, was one big gumbo pile. We got French, Haitian, Creole, there's a whole little mix down here. You know how we get down with the food and with the personalities and the people.
Man.
So my background is Southern hospitality at its best. But you want to know who I am right now? I got my nice brand D exclusive going on right now. A lot of people in the city know me as Dominick the Barber. You know, I try to keep my name professional and clean in these streets, as well as these haircuts and these paintings. You feel me? Yeah, man. Backstory: I pretty much started cutting hair my junior year in high school, and I was cutting my own hair. And I'm talking about butchering myself up. I went to 5 different barbers because my barber skipped town on me. And at the same time, I was like, one more time, somebody whoop my ass, I'm gonna be with my own ass from now on. So yeah, I got so many pushback, bro, to the point where I got tired of it, and I just, picked up my first pair of clippers. Now I ain't gonna lie, my lining was pushback too because I didn't know what I was doing. But as time went on, it started getting to my homies asking, man, who cutting your hair? I was like, me.
Right.
I was like, all right, you can line me up. And it went from there. I was cutting in the locker room at school, cutting before parades and football games and stuff like that. I'll line like people in the band and the people that was on the football team. But when Hurricane Katrina hit, and it's crazy that me and you doing this interview right now because today is the anniversary of Hurricane Katrina. So,
man, they don't even talk about that no more. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? 15 years, bro.
Really?
15 years. 15.
Bruh, it's crazy too because like I've been there probably about 3 or 4 times in the past, like in that time frame, and the city is still toe up. Like I don't want people to get it confused. Certain parts of the city is still not right. Like, and the sad thing is, man, that city is so beautiful. And what I mean by it is the culture, the history, the people. Like I've never, when you said Southern hospitality, like just the whole Southern hospitality, like that whole thing, man, I've been to Atlanta, I've been to Florida, I'm in Texas. But when I came to New Orleans, I really felt that. Like, and that's kudos to you because, and even your moms, bro. Like, moms will reach out to me and talk to me. You know what I mean? And moms ain't never seen me from a can of paint. She could point me out in a police lineup. But
facts.
But you know what I mean? And she was like, baby, whenever you come, I got you some oxtails. I got you whatever you want. And, to me, that's what that city remind me of. And it's sad that we don't talk about New Orleans as that pretty place that it really is,
Yeah, because we're always, the underdogs, whether it's music, because people forget that jazz music originated here. Bounce music originated here. So, all this Hot Boy, Juvenile, No Limit, that's all home, but it was all home base. So that's why, like, if you notice Cash Money, everybody in Cash Money was from New Orleans. It was no people from the outside because we kind of have a hard thing trusting people from the outside. Like, we show love, we show love a lot. And I think we show too much love in a sense to where if somebody do us some left hand situations or something dirty, we take it to heart because we put our heart into showing love to that person. But, if you've seen the whole Baby and Wayne situation, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Because that's some left hand business. And, that's just how the city is. But it's getting better, though. It's getting better over time. But for the most part, New Orleans is it's home for anybody.
Yeah.
You can make it home. You feel me? You can make it home because, like I said, we open arms. We here to help. And matter of fact, we need help because we got a whole bunch of old politicians, whole bunch of old everything, like you said, in the city that need rebuilding. So if y'all want to come to the city and put some love in the city, come do it. Do it the right way, though.
Right.
You know what I mean? Do it the right way because that's how we do it down here. We need help. And I mean, in a good way. You feel me? Let's build each other up. You feel me?
Yeah, and man, I can't wait till as the brand keeps growing and expanding, we able to put some stuff down there and put the whole Popular Nobody brand touch in the city of New Orleans and do some stuff for the kids down there and just expand the brand into the city and touch those beautiful people out there because, like I said, I've been down there. It's one of my favorite cities. You know, unfortunately, I had to see that hotel, the Hard Rock. You know, the Hard Rock Hotel. That still
That's
is
a
that
politician, bro.
man. Is that building still messed up?
Nah, they actually taking it down finally after what, a year and a half? But
So
that was
did
like
they?
2 years ago it came
So,
down?
so did they get the body out of there? Is what I want to know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for everybody,
Finally.
yeah, for everybody that don't know, this is going to paint this picture of what he's talking about with the old politicians. So they had a Hard Rock casino being built, Hard Rock Casino and Hotel, right by the French Quarters, and
Right by the Cinema Theater.
yeah, and unfortunately, the building was being put up too fast, so they didn't go through all the right structural checks and all that, and the building collapsed, and a couple bodies was left in there. And for I don't want to misquote a number, but it was a long time that the body was just hanging, and you could see my man Jordan's on the side of the building, and
Facts.
it was just covered up with a tarp. And think about it, New Orleans hot, so you got rain, you got that sun, and this man body is still in the building, and people can go by and see this man's leg hanging off the side of the building. And it's crazy because I actually got pictures of it. So I'm gonna put it up in the interview, right? For YouTube, so people can see it because
They
I
can
was in shock.
YouTube. They can YouTube. Just tell them to YouTube the how it collapsed, man. Because that was the crazy day too. It was like some day after tomorrow.
Yeah,
It's
some
like some
final
movie scene or something.
destination.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. But like I said, it's a beautiful place, and it just got a dark cloud on it that needs some love in there. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah. We definitely it's definitely been uh, a real journey as far as the city goes, and a lot of people want to get it to how it was, before Katrina, but it's not going to be the same. It's like trying to remake some gumbo when Big Mama gone. If you don't got that recipe, it ain't gonna come out right.
you ain't got that elbow in there.
You're right, right.
You know
So
what
we
I mean?
need some real local. All my politicians out there in New Orleans that really got love in their heart that want to rebuild the city the right way. Call Big Mama. Call all your aunties and everybody to tell them to get you in line to get the city in line. You feel me? Because we
Yeah,
need it. We need some love for real.
man.
But we're gonna jump back into the story though. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah,
gotta tell you.
yeah. We got off course too quick because man,
Yeah.
I'm
We
sitting here.
gotta talk about the backstory. Yeah, but like I said, it's the 15th anniversary, and we doing this major thing. Probably nobody, but to say I'm out here working with you and all the different great barbers I've met along my journey, I would have never thought I'd been here because of me finding my purpose during Katrina. You feel me? Because when Katrina hit, me and my parents, we stayed here because we thought it would just be like a regular storm. We've been through hurricanes before. We had one before, so we were just like, we're going to ride it out. And a couple of my friends, they left the city, but majority of my neighbors in the block, we stayed. So the next morning, when you wake up and you see number water on the floor in your house, you like, what's going on? Like, you know what I mean? I'm just a senior in high school, so my mind is like moving in a whole nother way. It's like survival tactics at this point.
Yeah,
So my grandmother, rest in peace to her, she was the one that was like, all those important photo albums, all them PlayStation and stuff I bought you, all the stuff that you really need, all your paintings. If you really want it, just throw it in the garbage bag. Hopefully it'll, stay afloat once we come back to the house. But right now we got to go to the Superdome, which was a whole nother experience. I'm telling you, people that was in that Superdome and they
tell us
don't want to
about
talk
it.
about it.
Tell us
Yeah,
about it,
man.
man. What was it like in that Superdome, man? Because the media is only gonna give you so much, and they not gonna really get down to the meat and potatoes of the dinner. They just gonna serve you what they want to serve you, and that was a salad on the outside. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, you was in there. You was locked down in there. What was that experience like?
That whole experience, bro. First of all, if you know how the Superdome is made, it's one big circle, just like the city. So it's a big ramp that wraps around the Superdome. So on that ramp, you have National Guards lined up across, letting certain people into this spot on the other side that was called a New Orleans Center. Now, the New Orleans Center was a spot where it was taking care of the medical patients, everyone that was sick and everything. And the Superdome was everybody that was young, people that can take care of themselves, or just like families in general, right? If you didn't have nobody that was sick, you couldn't get all on that side. So my grandmother, she was on dialysis, right? and my mom, my grandmother was like in front of me. So I'm behind and making sure like my homie and majority of people on my block was behind me, because you got to remember, it's like a crowd of people trying to get over to the other side just because they feel like it's better than the Superdome was going on in. I didn't know what was going on. I just know the National Guard was like, you can go this way or you can go this way. So until one of the dudes hit me in the chest with the rifle, telling me like, yo, where you going? I'm like, yo, I'm going behind to get my mom. My mom and my grandmother's right there, but you got a whole bunch of other people trying to get away the same thing. He like, nah, you go that way.
Wow.
So I'm like, what you mean I go that way? Like, nah, you go that way. I'm like, bro, my grandmother and my mom's right there. Nah, they don't know I'm not behind them. They just walking, right? So it's really just me and my homeboy. So my homeboy was like, look, we just gonna go in the dome and hopefully we can find a way to get on the other side. We go in the dome and it's like mayhem. Sometimes, like, you know, after the like Saints games, I still get like flashbacks of what it was like, because people don't know. They just there for the entertainment of football. But if you would have known there were some dead bodies in there before, the stuff they don't talk about, people getting shot in there, people getting, you know, soft subject, people getting molested and raped in there. You feel me?
Right.
That's what people don't talk about. Kids and babies, like, you know, trying to survive, and their mom's trying to feed them off of rations. Like, what? Like, they just giving us waters and ration. That's all we eating right now. They got people throwing down in the kitchen, but who want to eat that?
Right.
I mean, how you cooking that?
Especially when you seeing the bodies and it's crazy that you even mentioned people was getting shot in there.
Look, I'm gonna tell you a situation. What happened right quick, real story, real quick. Me and my homie. So I'm up here trying to figure out what to do. You know, trying to think of like how my parents and where they are, how I'm gonna get over there. So my eyes kind of closed for a minute. You know me, I'm just trying to like ease my mind and just relax. You know.
Yeah.
Get some wincing. Next thing all you hear is bow bow. Like, what was that? Had an argument on the field. You feel me? Way on the other side of the Dallas Cowboys side of the field. People had an argument with National Guards. Dude shot a National Guard. National Guard shot him. They just throw sheets over him. They ain't come pick up the bodies till like an hour later.
Wow.
So me and my homie was like, nah, bro, we got to get out of here. So they had an old guy told us, look, they got the buses coming. They about to take us out of Texas or Dallas. Now, I'm still thinking where my mom, my grandmother is. You feel me?
Yeah.
So we wait. We don't know what time it is. We don't know what day it is. We just know the sun went up and the sun came down. And by the time the buses came, you know, the guy on the bus like, yo, we going to Dallas. And my homie was like, yo, I don't know nobody in Dallas. I was like, me neither. And I was like, look, drop us off in Houston. You can just drop us off at like an arena or a location where that's like popular, right?
Right.
So they decided to drop us off at the Shoney's by the Astrodome, right? So me and my homie, we get off, we go into Shoney's, and the guy said, you know, y'all from New Orleans? We're like, yeah. He was like, man, go in the buffet, eat what you want, get what you want. Like, there's no charge. Y'all good. So I had this cell phone of mine, a little Nokia cell phone. Remember that where you could play Snake in the Yeah. So I had that my homie found in the dome. So we charged it and everything, and it worked. So we were calling all the numbers that we remember, and he called his cousin. So his cousin was not too far from the Astrodome. So I said, look, I don't know your people like that. I'm going to just go walk to the Astrodome, and hopefully I can run into my people or run into somebody that can help me find my parents. So I walk over to the Astrodome, and I had on this, like, my grandma always made fun of this shirt. And today is her birthday. So I had this Aaliyah shirt. Look, I had this Aaliyah shirt, right? I mean, it's not her birthday. It's not Aaliyah's birthday. It's Aaliyah's passing. My bad. It's her. Yeah, Aaliyah passed, right? So I had this Aaliyah shirt on, and my grandma always say, why you got that naked girl on your shirt? But she never was naked, you know what I'm saying? It was just like she had a bra on. So I walk in the dome, and I'm looking, and I just see this, like, old lady sit up, hold her hand up, like, wave her hand like crazy. And I'm looking. I'm like, that's my grandmother. I just, like, jetted over there. And as I'm jetting over there, I ain't see my mom come out of left field and sack me like Marshawn Lynch, like, boy, where you been? Like, where you going? I missed you. Oh, I thought I wasn't going to see you again. But, you know, I gave her, we cried. and all that. But that was a experience like, I had asked my grandmother like how you saw me. She was like, I saw that girl on your shirt, and I said, that's my baby over there. That's my baby. That's my baby over there. I see him. So, yeah, bro. After we sat down and we hugged and cried and everything, a lady from Red Cross said, do you need anything? We getting anything you guys need. So I was like, yeah, you can give me some undershirts, some t-shirts, some fresh underwear, and some clippers so I can cut this off my head because I can't do it.
Right.
So, sure enough, she personally took me to Sally's and got me like this Andy's little clipper kit. I think it was like a little sports, like a little sports
pack.
clipper kit. Yeah, like a combo pack.
Hey,
so,
shout out to Andis real quick. Got to send a shout out to Andis for the fact that y'all got little bro right with the
right.
with the
Right.
shit. We could call it the quarantine kit.
Pretty much. What was those little liners? Them little brown liners, the old schools used to use.
The old brown T liners, the little small ones that look like they just was made for mustaches.
So I had those, and I think I had like some Speed Masters or something like that. I think it was some Speed Masters. So I just go in the bathroom in the Astrodome and I just start chopping my hair off. And the old guy passed and he was like, yo, young blood, you cutting hair? I was like, I'm not a professional. I'm cutting mine. But like, look, you doing a good enough job because them guys over there, they charging $15. And I don't want no Texas haircut. You know what I mean? But so I was like, all right. So the only outlets they really had was the one inside the bathroom, and they had the outlet that was in the middle of the women and the men's bathroom. So I set up right in the middle.
Man.
And everybody that was coming in and out of the bathroom, like, yo, you cutting hair? Like, you from the city? All right, I'm about to go grab my little boy. Oh, how much you charging? I was like, I'm nervous. I'm like, all right, like $8, $10. Like, okay. Like,
yeah.
They giving me the money, and I want to say after the 10 head, I'm like, okay. My pockets started getting a little fatter. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, this nice. And I'm cutting hair to like 9 o'clock at night. Yeah, to the point my mom was like, man, look, come lay down. You'll start over in the morning.
Wow.
I'll start over crack early in the morning, getting it in to the point where I got enough money to go to Target on my own. I even went to Fiesta and got me a couple of burritos. Like, I didn't know what a Fiesta was, but.
Hey, so they would let y'all in and out of the Astrodome?
Yeah, they was letting us in and out of the Astrodome because they had so many people coming, donating. You had Terrell Owens and Halle Berry and Chris Rock, all these celebrities come donating clothes, and
that's what's up.
Yeah. So shout out to even Bill Cosby. Shout out Bill Cosby. Free my dog.
Hey, free the love. They knew what they was doing.
Yeah, they knew what they was doing. When a man trying to take over something, they gotta try to put you on mute. But
yeah, man,
they strong, my brother. But at the same time, all my homies, they was going to deep like Atlanta and Houston and stuff like that, and my mom was like, look, FEMA giving us free plane tickets. We about to go to Detroit. And I'm like, Detroit? I'm like, what you mean Detroit? Like, I'm about to go from hot to cold? Like, like you got to remember, it's August, about to go into winter. So I'm like, Detroit, I can't go to Atlanta with my homies. She was like, you're not leaving us again. Like, you're not going nowhere. I was like, all right. So we go to Detroit, and it was my grandmother's sister-in-law who was, married to my great uncle, and they show love. And how crazy this is, I don't even think I told you this. The neighborhood I'm from is called a 7 ward, right?
Right.
That's New Orleans. They go by wards, and in Detroit they go by miles, right?
Yeah.
So, you got 8 Mile. Take a guess what neighborhood I landed in.
7 Mile.
That it is, from the 7 ward to the 7 Mile. How you do that?
Man. Easy, Katrina.
Right. But nah, once I got to 7 Mile, bro, it like Detroit, that was a whole culture shock. To say it was like cold, at first I wasn't in school for a little bit, and then my cousin, she got me into Renaissance High School, which was like the top school, one of the top schools in Detroit. So shout out to Cuz for getting me in there. They showed nothing but love at Renaissance, man. that was a different experience. But coming back home, you know, my mom was like, "What you want to do once you graduate?" I was like, "Look, I'm not really into college like that. I'll go to cutting hair
Yeah.
because I really like that. You know what I'm saying? I like making people feel good. That was a good feeling." So
How
after
was it?
high school, I went,
How was it coming back? Like y'all have been gone. How long was it from the time that y'all left because of Katrina to the time you was able to make it back?
so we left Detroit. I want to say like January, mid-January. We came back like started school mid-February, if I
Okay.
remember right. So it wasn't that long. It was like, you know, we got homesick and mom was flying back and forth trying to get everything straight with the house and FEMA and stuff. So she was trying to get back home as soon as possible.
How
So
bad was the 7-4? How bad was it tore up when y'all returned?
my neighborhood, the water was only like almost thigh high,
Okay.
but some neighborhoods was up to your shoulders, like because how the New Orleans streets is very unlevel.
Oh,
Like we
yeah, of
got some
course.
streets that sit really low. We got some dips, waves. You know what I'm saying? We make our own hills out here. You know what I mean? But yeah, it was crazy, especially the night where my grandmother is. She had a fourplex, and she lost the whole thing because the whole bottom was gone.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy too? People don't talk about this much, but New Orleans is actually underground, like
Yeah,
low sea level. I mean, and
yeah.
so all bodies being buried in New Orleans have to be buried on top of the ground because if not, they'll float back up. So I'm sure through this whole situation, it was bodies floating.
In real life, like they got someone. What it is when the levees broke, they showed dead bodies because a lot of people that say we from New Orleans and we below sea level, we don't know how to swim. like we don't know how to swim, but that's just how it is, man. Like we kind of ride it out, but it was sad to see that, like to see people that was older or they didn't have nobody to take care of them, like actually drown. You feel me? So that's a different monster in itself. But
And then you got
I
to worry
think,
about the animals, moccasins. You got to worry about the gators because,
yeah,
like,
bro.
and it's like it's sad because all the animal know what to do is eat. Like
Right.
it's a predator, so all you know is just hunt. And you got people that's trying to survive. Like I remember those images of people like standing on their cars and just trying to get out of the situation that they were currently in. And it's crazy to have to hear all of that, bro. It's
Yeah,
definitely
yeah, yeah, man. But I mean, that's just it's something that'll teach you like it could happen. To say, especially everybody know what's going on right now in 2020, anything could happen.
right.
R.I.P. to Kobe, man. We didn't see that, but it happened. You know what I mean? But
R.I.P. Nip. We didn't see that, but it
R.I.P.
happened.
Yeah, we didn't see that, and it's been 2 years, bro.
And it don't even seem like that. But it's like but I was in LA when Kobe helicopter crashed. I was at the Long Beach Air Show and I
Right.
was there. And it was like one of those things where I'm standing next to my boy, Bobby Bowl cousin. And he's like, bro, look at this text message. And I looked at his phone. I was like, man, you get out of here. And then it was like all of a sudden, everything stopped moving and everybody's head went to their phone. And it's like a eerie feeling happened inside that building. I was like, yo, this is crazy. And so it's just, like you said, things happen so unexpectedly. And that's why we got to be thankful. And that's one thing that I can say about you, bro. Like, ever since I met you, you always had a positive energy. You always had nothing but positivity. You speak positivity. You ooze it positivity. Like everything about you is positive, and that's one of the biggest things that I admire about you the most is just the attitude and the character that you are. Like we laugh, we joke, we stay up all night. We talk, and it's just to see that character come out of you. It's admirable. Because it's like, you don't really meet too many people that's genuine like that, that's just down and ready to help and extend a hand and do whatever. And like, so for me to you, bro, like we always say, tell people you love them, while you can. So man, I love you for that, bro. Like you helped
I love
me
you
out.
too, bro. Appreciate it. I appreciate it, dog. Yeah, and like I told you, I think we talked about this before. It's hard, especially in these times, People always say, even you said it one time, why you always smiling? I'd be like, look what's going on around you. You need to smile somewhere. Like, even if you're hurting inside, you got to smile. I was a kid, raised by myself. So I'm pretty much, only child. Like, I have, outside siblings, but I was coming up by myself. So I had to entertain myself. You feel me?
Right.
And it kept me smiling. Even times where I was bad, being talked about, being ribbed in middle school and high school and stuff like that, I had to keep myself smiling from putting myself down. Why would I want to keep myself from frowning, or why would I be mad at this person because he's probably going to do something worse than me? So I don't know. Like my dude Ho said, you said, oh, you think I really see you? You think I really know what's going on with you? When somebody come at you and be like, what you looking at? I'm not looking at you. I'm probably looking past you. But since you asking, how are you? You all right?
Right.
You good? Because I can't really fix what's inside. So you just got to try to smile through that.
And, bro, that's why I said, that's what I love about you, bro. Like, from the moment I met you, when we was in Costa Mesa, you and Maya pulled up on your boy, and we got to chop it up, and, and then it carried over to the barber battle in New Orleans that I pulled up on y'all, and, and then to telling this to this story, for the people that don't know, I was with Kendrick Lamar for like 8 years as his barber, the whole barber for TDE. And so in that situation, I was down there in New Orleans for Essence Fest, and Kendrick luggage got lost. So I was the first team member from TDE on the ground, and they needed clothes, they needed some shoes, and I was like, yo, D, like, bro, can you slide me some, like, we got to find some shoes. But everything in New Orleans was closed. And I'm like, yo, man, can you take me somewhere? I need some Reeboks. And we was dying laughing. So, you pulled up to the spot. And then this is the type of dude he is. He used his own money. He fronted the money until I got to him to get these shoes. And he called me, and I was like, bro, these shoes was $300. And he was like, yeah. I was like, nah, we got to take these back. And he was bro didn't want to. He took me to some gas station, and they had fire Jamaican patties and some chicken. And so next door was the shoe store, the clothing store. So the dude in the clothing store didn't want to give me the money back for the shoes. But then when we walked outside, bro gonna say, "Hey man, can I get tickets to the show?" Like, bro, you didn't want to give us
right. We gotta eat these shoes, bro. You better go ahead somewhere, dog. You know what I'm saying?
But that, like I said, man, just those type of things. Like, people don't get to see that side of a lot of the stuff that we do behind the scenes, and the people that I choose to surround myself with. And that's part of the reason. Is because it's like, at the end of the day, we all just try to make shit better for each other.
Right.
And that's that's what life is about, is making situations easier and better for everybody around you. And, bro, like, my kids look at you like a brother, you know what I mean? I look at you as a brother, just look at you as a brother, and it's like, it's just that family thing, even down to the hot sausage sandwich,
bourbon that for 3 days,
for everybody listening.
Remember the blues? Hey, tell them about the Blue Store in BR. Remember that chicken?
That was a gas station chicken.
And the fries?
Right? That was the gas station chicken. I'm telling you, bro took me. Look. So if y'all ain't never been to New Orleans to get some food, right? I know you're gonna go to Bourbon. You're gonna go get the food that they tell you to get. But all right, he took me to this little shack, and he was like, "I'm gonna get you a hot sausage sandwich." He's like, "But the bad thing is, you're gonna burp it up for 3 days." And I was like, "Man, I ain't gonna burp it up for 3 days." I literally got on the airplane and I'm burping. I'm like, oh my God, they're going to get me off this plane for a terrorist attack, because this hot sausage sandwich, and literally I burped it up for 3 days. That was impressive.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, our food be serious, man. We cook it with love, bro. You know that. We cook it with love, my dude.
Hey, I have not had a sausage sandwich since that one, bro, because it ain't.
And you're not. You ain't going to have no. You can't do it out there.
No, I can't. I ain't gonna find it, so I ain't even looking for it. I ain't even going to look for it, because it's just what it is. I experienced the real one,
Yeah.
But
real talk.
But so, like, and also too, you took me and Jay around the city, and we was this is how crazy life is. We was gonna do a series called All With My Hands. Remember, you took me and Jay.
We did do that.
We
Right,
go
right,
through the
right.
city. We rode through New Orleans at night. I ain't gonna tell you, I was scared as hell at some point. I was like, bro, where you taking me? All you hear about is first 48. So I'm like, man, where the hell you taking me,
Man,
dog?
you good, man. You riding with me, man. You good. You know what I'm saying? I'm that guy with the dreads that got the glasses on.
You
Anybody pull
junkie.
me up? What's the problem, officer? I ain't got nothing. Putting my glasses right up. I ain't got no problem. I get along with the hood and my people. So.
Hey, yeah, and that's what I felt like afterwards. You know, you just not from the city. You know, anywhere you go, you're not from. You always hear about the stuff that happened in the wards.
You kept me safe in LA a couple of times, bro. You kept me out of harm's way. Trust me.
Hey, man, I tell you. But so, what was it like for you? You know, transitioning from the high school era and to the barber, but then also, how did you implement the artwork? Because I know you started out with artwork from where I picked you up from, where we came friends and brothers at. You know, it was you tied art into barbering, where you was making paintings that reflected the other side of your art, which was barbering. So how did that all come together? Like, how did you mesh those two worlds together?
You know, I was watching this movie, Belly. Everybody know about Belly.
Everybody know Ox, boy.
If you ain't see Belly, just watch it. It's classic videography. It's Hype Williams. Shout out to Hype Williams. But there's this scene in the movie where Nas is getting his haircut and he's talking about making a change with his life and his family. Like, yo, I want to go to Africa. You know, I want to stop smoking. I'm trying to get my whole family out. And his barber was like, you trying to leave? Like, for real? But fast forward to towards the middle of the scene, you know, Nas have a shootout outside. That scene showed me how loyal a barber is. Because if you know what happened in that scene, the barber came out and handled that issue that Nas was handling, and he was like, yo, give me that piece. Go do what you got to do. And that's what I feel like barbers are. I feel like barbers are superheroes, and we don't get enough credit for it. You know, we take licks that, like you said, people don't see. So
Right.
that just Nas getting that haircut, and, you know, he always got the fresh fade. I was like, let me just pick up the paintbrush and see what happened. So I just started playing around with it. And I came up with that, that signature fade piece. You know, I'll send you a photo of that so you can post it. But
Yeah, definitely. I got
that piece, fast forward to this was 2 years ago, that piece actually got signed by Nas. So if you have one, it's officially certified by the man himself. And that's One Love. Yeah.
Yeah, that's hard. You know, I got the Kendrick piece you made me still.
Yeah, post that.
I got the Kendrick piece. And then I got the Medusa headpiece that just won in the competition, and I stole it. Just what it is. And then
much love to Jess, much love to sis.
Yeah, and I got the big Father's Day gift back here. You know what I mean? The big gorilla sitting inside the barber chair thinking, because that's what it is. And it's not even thinking. You said you put the fingers under the nose because we trying to just smell our shit. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? We're going ape shit out here in these streets. I hope they smell it, you know?
So, like, I'm a fan of not just your clipper work, but I'm a fan of your art skills. And I don't really hang too many paintings up in my house, or, I don't really put too much artwork up that's not mine. I'm with the camera. I do the photography thing. You do the painting, but you also got that photography eye too. You know what I mean?
I'm getting it, though. I'm trying to get there, man. You know, we just got that eye. Me and you, that's why I said we get along so well, because we got that eye for certain things. We feel like we can do it, and our eyes and our hands communicate together. We can do it. Like, we can.
Did you ever have bad hand and eye coordination growing up?
I did for a little bit.
You know what's crazy? I did too. Like, my hand and eye I tried to play baseball and I couldn't. I could catch and I could throw, but I couldn't hit.
Same, bro. That ball coming too fast at me. I don't need that. Nah. You talking about swing? Nah, I'm good.
Yeah, all that batter swing. I ain't got it.
Put me in the front of a desk with a paintbrush or some pencils or something. I'm there. I'm head down.
See, I knew we was gonna connect on something else like that too. Yeah. You the one told me if you get somebody what was that? Some a shrimp po' boy and a snowball.
Yeah. That's a date. Hey, if you ever come to New Orleans and meet a chick from New Orleans, get her a po' boy out of some crawfish, daiquiri, and a snowball. Can't go wrong. That's a date. That's a picnic right there.
Yeah, that's
Real.
a New Orleans picnic. Some crawfish or a po' boy and a daiquiri and a snowball. That's a date.
Facts. She'll love you. Trust me, hey. She'll love you.
Man, so tell me what you up to now. Like how has the whole corona situation shifted and pivot? Because once again, New Orleans was also a city that was hit hard with it. So how have you been able to stay positive and shift your energy in that climate?
I shifted by, putting more dedication into my art, which I'll have more art coming, by the end of this year. I'm working on a special series, especially since they say, barber's not essential. I got to prove them wrong with that. So people tend to forget our history and how barbers were made. We were doctors first.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We were one of the first doctors. We were one of the first dentists. We used to pull teeth. Everybody don't know, that red, white, and blue pole you see is not for America, baby. It's not for America, baby. It's like, if you didn't know, red is for the blood, white is for bandages, and blue is for veins. So that's just a fun fact to let you know we are doctors. We just have to step our game up and being more professional and sanitized with the whole situation. But that's the main thing I've been working on is my artwork. It feels good to get back to my clientele, because that was rough to just go from cutting to not cutting. And I had to sit it out all the way. I couldn't even do no house calls or nothing like that because I was watching my grandmother. You know what I mean? Wow. So that's something I really had to really appreciate and take value into making people feel good. Like I really had to, okay, take this serious, be more sanitized, be more professional with my clients to know we don't know if we'll be able to cut hair again or when we have to shut down again. So let me make the best of it.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's been smooth ever since the pandemic. Everything, I'm going by appointment based now. You can contact me, cell phone, email, or DM. My clients we're going to get on the app soon, but for right now, setting my own appointments, and it's been going good, bro. Like everything's been.
That's what's smooth. Up. Well, you know what's crazy? Because we had the opportunity to share a couple clients.
Yeah. We don't talk. We don't got to talk too much about that, but But put it out there. Put it out there. Let them know how we work.
Go ahead and do it. All right. Well, so for you guys that don't know, I was Mr. Lorenz Tate personal barber. And so I got to do some work with Lorenz for a while. And when he started the movie Girls Trip, I started his haircut out in L.A. And then when he went to New Orleans to finish the rest of the movie, I passed him on to D. And D took care of Lorenz when he got there. But then even more so, just recently, bro, you had a client that seen me and you on live about a month ago. And when they seen me and you on live a month ago, they slid in my DM and reached out to me. And I started cutting his hair here in Dallas.
Right.
So,
right. And that's my fam. That's my fam. I already know he's talking about it. Man, shout out to Cal, bro.
Yep.
He was like, man, who's homie? He sounded like he was real cool. Like, you know what I mean? I was like, man, that's family. I said, if you want anybody in Dallas to cut your hair that's close to me, that's who you go to. He said, how far out is he? I was like, bro, it really don't even matter. Don't think about how far it is. Just go.
Yeah, we was about an hour out.
Yeah, I was like, just go, bro. But he's lethal like me with the clippers and precision. You know what I mean? You take your time. Like, how on average? I'm gonna ask you a question, bro.
Okay.
On average, how long does it take you to perform a haircut with a beard trim up?
It depends.
I'm talking about, all right, and I'm talking about, say this is a client that just coming off of quarantine, and this is a client you close to.
I'm gonna give him a good hour.
Same.
Yeah.
Because I don't like somebody that
if I've already, like, I look at haircut and like architecture. Like once I build the building out, I could change the decorations at any point. but the
True.
building has to be set. The foundation got to be set. And so when I look at those haircuts, I'm like, okay, well, as long as I could get the shape in and change the shape from his previous haircut, whoever was cutting it before, change that, and I could change and put the lines where I like the lines and get everything the way I like it. When he come back in for the next haircut in a week or 2 weeks, it's really just maintenance. So the first initial haircut should take about an hour because I'm restructuring everything. I'm breaking it completely down to rebuild it. And then everything after that is like 30 minutes. It just really depends, though.
Yeah, because you already made the structure. You already made the blueprint on what to do next. So when you come back 2 weeks, it's already laid out. That fade probably still there because I know you already coming crispy with it. All detachable, you know.
Yeah,
Do that little blend work. It's like I said, we like building and creating. So I think that's why me and you had that connection and passion for cutting hair the way we do, because we're not trying to rush and get you out of the chair. Because one, you are our walking billboard. That client is the walking billboard. So if you did that fade too fast, or if you left a spot, first thing they're gonna ask, man, who cut your hair?
Right.
Who cut your hair? Like, it can be in a good way or a bad way. You better hope it's in a good way, though. You hear me?
Like,
straight up.
Man, and it's so funny because people were like, "Who cut your hair?" I was like, "Really? You got to be on the team for the most part."
Hey, when they ask you for your wedding pictures, what
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, you had me out there looking like a bishop.
Hey, so as you walk in the crib, it's right there. Like, ooh, that face fresh.
Yeah, man. I think we got a classic picture too, where it's like I was just sitting there, and Jason took the picture where it was like you cutting my hair, and I'm just sitting in a chair. But it's like that classic. It's like an iconic photo, bro, that I hold.
I gotta repost that ASAP, bro. I
got it too. I got it in the tuck over here, but I thought about actually making it a canvas because if you notice, the ambiance changed in the room. So I done changed the offices. I went to I went to the upper room, got a little bigger. You know what I mean?
I see how you going with this black and white theme. It's looking real nice up there. You know what I mean?
Man, I got an elephant too on the wall next to the gorilla.
Okay.
And the reason why I did that is because it's always an elephant in the room. As long as you know it, you'll be okay with it. And then I just got that gorilla painting our canvas the other day. And then in between it, I just ordered a flag and it says, I wake up every day and I don't fear no man. You know what I mean? Like, and that's going to hang in between the gorilla and the elephant because one's smart. They both really smart animals, bro. And they, and for me, I feel like when I wake up, I just got to do my job. And, I can't walk in fear. I can't walk in negativity. I can't walk in none of that in order to achieve where I'm trying to go.
And to be honest, bro, like, this is something you know about me. I may be a positive person, but, like you said, sometimes you carry a lot. And sometimes when you carry a lot, it creates fear. You know what I mean? And sometimes you just really got to take that leap and believe in yourself. I can tell you right now, personally, there were times I were, afraid, even like stepping on stage, doing hair shows and stuff like that. You used to put me out there, be like, all right, D, go out there and get him. Go ahead. Like, go cut. All right, what that was. IBS New York, the first time you put me on Front Street.
Yeah. But, man, that just show you how much I believe in you, though. You know what I mean? That just show how much I believe in you. Like I said, I feel like we got one of the most talented teams on the planet, and we're a family. That's when people hear us say team, it's really a family. And I'm trying to break the habit of saying team because we all, like I said, y'all support the vision and I support y'all vision, and it's like families. We lean on each other, we talk to each other, we big up each other, but we also tell each other when we're wrong too. And we grow from it. And so for me, like, right, it's amazing feeling to sit back and watch y'all shine and see, like, when we at a show and I'm like, yo, I could step off stage because I trust the fact that I know D gonna smack something out the park, Trev gonna smack something over, Mai gonna put her hands, Mai might have the fastest hands on the planet. Like, I don't know who got hands faster than that.
And you seen it hands first.
Yeah.
You saw we got that on tape. I'm gonna post that for a Throwback Thursday. I got that IBS video. I'm gonna post that, and y'all gonna see how fast the hands are.
when I act,
If
because
you
I
never,
even asked you, I said, "Is that on like fast forward?" He was like, "Nah." I was like, "Gee,"
nah.
you know.
Yo, if y'all don't know about, if y'all want to know about locks, all natural hair, make sure
Good.
y'all go follow Maya the Lock Queen. She's always on Team Popular Nobody also.
And she also
Man.
doing perms now. I seen her. Straight out of Compton perms too. I seen
You
it.
know what I mean? She got my dude Cam Jordan right. You know what I mean? That shit
Man,
went viral on Twitter and Instagram.
bruh.
So glow.
And you know what's dope about it? Because mine said nothing different. She just still getting the bag.
Hey man, we get our bags quietly. You know what Wayne said? It's your favorite line. What Wayne say? G's real,
Real G's
real
moving
G's moving
silence like
silent like
lasagna.
lasagna. You know what I mean?
I just feel like that is a statement of success. Like it's a lot of people that boast and brag, and they kind of like, I'm that dude, and then Corona hit, and now there's not that dude. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like we all on the same even playing field, and you can't hide behind your social media right now. If you really about that business, you're really about that life, you're gonna survive this, and you're gonna come out. You know, like it's another line that I love. You know, I'm a big fan of Mozzie. And everybody always asks me, when you gonna get that blue check? When you gonna get that blue check? I'm like, man, Instagram don't want to give it to me. So Mozzie said a blue check ain't never verified a real one. You know what I mean? So
Facts.
So Instagram, if you happen to listen to this, man, if y'all want to give it to me, I appreciate it. If y'all don't, guess what? I'm still gonna keep doing what I do. I'm for the people.
Hey, you verified to your family. You
That's
verified to your community. You verified to this industry because you write curriculums, bro. You know what I'm saying? Platform artists, you know what I mean? I definitely, if you don't get your roses today, we're going to give them to you right now, man. Applaud you for your whole...
Applaud me, man. Hold on. There it is. I gave myself applause button. You understand?
For real, man. You got to applaud yourself, bro. Like, we don't give ourselves enough credit sometimes.
Man.
We don't give ourselves... We work so hard, and we look back and be like, I did that?
You know why, bro? Because I just feel like I'm not done yet. That's all.
Never done.
Nah, and so that's why it's hard for me to really like applaud myself because it's like I'm not done. I got so much more to give. I got so much more to go. I just feel like I really feel like I'm just getting started, and I feel good about it though. You know what I mean? But what can people expect from D-Nick coming up in the next year? What should we be?
You can expect more artwork in a salon, barbershop, and school near you. And I will be taking commission pieces. Just like I said, contact me via DM, Instagram, Twitter. Smoke signals, I'll catch it.
Send a pigeon his way, he'll catch it.
Yeah, you'll definitely. I'm working on some content and breaking down some content, so you'll probably see me on YouTube too, bro. So,
man, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's gonna be good in the year. This is definitely inspiration. So, yeah, man, it's gonna be a good year for D Exclusive and D-Nick the Barber, holding it down for the 504 year, man.
Man, the dirty. You understand? Man. I'm just glad I got a brother in New Orleans that I know if I need to go to New Orleans, I can, and I'm gonna be safe. And I know that he on the same vibe that I'm on, so we could chill all day and get work done, and just grow. That's the biggest thing for me is like watching you grow, but then also watching your hunger for the growth. Like that's impressive to me. Like I see you. I see you message me like, big bro, how can I do this? What can I do? Shoot me that book or shoot me this and shoot me that. And I just sit back and I'm like, yeah, that's what I like. I like to see that because that means you running the same race I'm running. Like we on the same track, you know what I mean? And
we gotta carry these torches, bro. We gotta pass them on because we can't take it with us.
Right.
Like you can't take what Denzel said, you'll never see a U-Haul behind a hearse, bro.
Never.
You can't take none of this with you. You can't take it with you, so you got to pass it on. So anything you learning that I can try to bring on to my people around me, I pass it on, bro. And I got to pass it on to them. That's the only way we're gonna learn out here. That's the only way we're gonna grow.
And like you said, man, and how we talked about in the early parts of this interview, when as the brand grow, we gonna extend our hand as a brand down into New Orleans to help the next young man coming from New Orleans, to help that young lady coming from New Orleans, that family in New Orleans, whatever we could do as a brand to help the city that you're in and sis in. I feel like everywhere we got a team member, family member, then that's the city we gonna start uplifting first. All the cities that we represent, we uplift them first, and then we spread out from there, because that's most important, man. We the hometown heroes as hairstylists and barbers, so we got to continue to be that all the way through. Not just on Saturdays or Fridays when people need to come get clean, but all the time. You know what I mean? So one of my favorite quotes is, don't let the economy feed you, feed the economy too. You know what I mean? Like, give back.
Straight up. Yeah,
well,
man.
bro. Hey, so we coming to the end of this thing, man. So as we head towards, we heading down and we about to land this plane, bro. So who is your biggest, tell me 3 art inspirations and 3 just inspirations in general.
Mm-hmm. Art inspiration, I'm going to say, Basquiat. I like his style just from, being carefree and doing, his artwork, like people say, it looked like scribble scratch, right? But at the same time, it shows the innocence and freedom of your mind. Because he tapped into that of being free. And when you're a kid, you're carefree. You don't care about nothing. You just do it. As adults, we get more timid and start thinking and feeling and all this kind of jazz. But it's all about being free, bro. That's why Basquiat is one of my top. Picasso, his work ethics, he was doing almost 10, 20 paintings at a time, but he became one of the leading artists of the century.
Right.
And I also like Dali, because Dali, he gave you like a art in different perspective, from painting to food to photography. He's that all around, different type of artist. And as far as inspiration goes, I'm a Michael Jackson fan. So
I was waiting for it.
I had to pull that out there. Shout out to MJ, one of the greatest to ever do it. He said himself, the job is hard to do, but only we can wear the crown. You know what I'm saying? We just got to help each other. That's the best way, we can inspire and help each other. That's why he's always been one of my big inspirations. He's one of the first person I seen on television that I remember. You dig? So.
And just so the listeners know, he's not talking Michael Jordan. He's talking Michael Jackson.
Believe that. Who's bad? But yeah. My family, God, man, is so many people that just show and feel me with inspiration and love, man. And I just try to run with it as much as possible. So those are my main inspiration. And, my Team Popular Nobody family, man. Y'all, we keep each other going in that group chat, man. We can't leave them out.
Yeah, we turn up in that thing. If people only knew what we talked about in there. And it's funny because it's like we all talking there. Like, it ain't just one person. Yeah. Like, we all.
Whether we uplifting, whether we roasting, ribbon, you dig?
Yeah.
It's all love and it's all in the chat. Yeah, man.
It's all bad. It's all bad, but it's all good. Like, that's what I love about it. Like, it's the positive energy in there all the time. Like, but bro, I praised you earlier on. So if you listening to this and only picked up the end of it, this is one of the barbers that I got a lot of respect for. But besides barbering, this is a man that I got a lot of respect for because of the way he carry himself, the way he carry his heart. He lead with his hands and not, he with his hand out to help, not a hand out to ask for something. And so I respect the hell out of him. I love him dearly, like if he was a real brother of mine. And, I just got all that respect for you, big dog, because like I said, you're a great, great human being, and hopefully one day I get to taper you up for a wedding. and return a favor.
Hey man, we gotta find her. She out there somewhere, you know. Tiana Taylor already taken, so you know, disrespect to
You look like you
know.
would like Tiana Taylor, dog.
Man, you know how I do, man. You know that's we ain't gonna get into that, you dig? We ain't gonna get into that, but you got me right a couple of times. You are only like one of the barbers that I let line me up. I only got 3. I only got 3. Shout out to my boy Darius and my boy Damien. But I cut my own hair, you dig? So you the only person that can take care of me right, bro. So I appreciate you for that, you dig?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, tell them before I ask you this one last question. I want you to tell them where they can find you, and all your media outlets. Tell them where they can reach you.
Man, you can reach me at Dnick the Barber. That's DNICKTHA Barber. That's on Instagram. You can reach me at dexclusive88 That's DXCLUSIVE @gmail. You can even reach myself, 504-473-7837. Hit me up. I ain't scared. What's up?
That's what I'm talking about. He gave out you hit him with the Mike Jones.
Look. What my dude Juicy J say? Cash, hello. I ain't saying hello no more. Cash, what's up?
Hey man, when the phone ring, all I hear is green dot. You know what I mean?
You know it.
Send it. Hey, so the last question I'm gonna ask you, or not even the last question, I'm gonna just ask you to do something. I want you to end this with giving the listeners something like positive to walk away with. And some of that New Orleans, like just give them some of that New Orleans on their walk out. You know what I mean? Because I think it's important that people feel the city on their way out, because they felt it on the way in. Now they got to feel it on the way out.
Man, I'm going to say is stay positive with yourself. Stay true to yourself. You feel me? Stay true to your family and those around you. Never bend a fold for nothing that is below you. Always stay above everything that you love. And, you know, if you do positive will follow you behind you. So, bon ton roulette. Let the good times roll. Just roll with it. Live your life, man.
Y'all heard it. Bon ton roulette. I can't even say it, but he did it. He said it for me. Say it again one time.
Roulette, le bon ton roulette, baby. Le bon ton roulette.
Bon ton roulette, baby. You heard it? So, D, you already know, man. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to the Apex Podcast episode, you know, where we just have real conversations and let people tell their stories. So, D, thank you, brother, for jumping on with me and telling your story and letting people know what the bottom of the map looked like, because I think they forget about it sometime. And so with that being said, the same way we sign you in, we got to sign you out that way. So let's prove them wrong.